Hello everybody, welcome to another LokeenGaming production. This is your host, Lokeen. What it is, what up, how's it going? It's been a while. We are back today looking at the M6A2E1, a Tier 7 American heavy tank. This tank looks pretty cool and looks pretty fun if you ask me. It's got really good gun depression, that's one thing that struck me right off the bat. And the gun has good gun handling, good punch. I like this tank. I didn't get to play it a ton. As you can see, this is all test server footage. So this was one of those tanks where I don't have an opportunity to get it in a real gameplay, which is always kind of tough and kind of sucks a little bit. But at the same time, we can still take a good look at it and run through some statistical aspects of it. It's got really good front hull armor with 191 millimeters. The sides and the rear come in at 44 millimeters and 41. The turret armor on this tank is 191 on the front as well, sides 89, and the rear has 208. So it's pretty tough behind in the turret. Not terribly maneuverable, and doesn't have a fantastic traverse speed. That's one thing that I kind of noticed about it. You can see here, this is full bore here. This is ripping it up. Full traverse. No, it's kind of sluggish that way. It weighs in at 67.56 tons, max speed of 29 kilometers an hour, traverse speed 29.52, with a turret traverse of 28.54 degrees. Here you can see the good gun depression I was talking about. It does compensate for a lot here. This thing has a really good gun. I did enjoy pulling the trigger on this puppy. Rate of fire is 5.79. You can get that up obviously with equipment and perks and consumables. AP comes in hitting at 198 millimeters, APCR 245, and HE at 53. You can see I'm going to come up here and engage a few tanks. We'll get a look at what some of these tanks look like with AP and APCR faced up against them. In particular, I took a second to go in on this T29, which is kind of helpful. You can see gun dispersion at 100 meters, 0.372, so not bad. Aim time 5.3. Again, you can get that down with perks and equipment and such, so that's not bad at all. This is a really interesting tank. I like this at Tier 7. It's going to be fun to play, fun to drive. It's going to be positional. If you don't concentrate on it and take it out, the gun's going to make you pay for that, that's for sure. But the sides and the back you're going to have to watch on this tank. They're weak. And you don't want to get caught out of position. You're not going to be able to run around quickly and get into trouble if you have to. Here we are in the T29 I was talking about. This is AP. You can see the turret. And then I switch to APCR. You can see the side cheeks get really gray there, and boom, we can rip a shot right in there with APCR. Switch back to AP, and this is the gun handling I was talking to you about. If the target's sitting still at all, this gun is accurate enough that it will rip commander's hatches up. You can see it just punches right into the commander's hatch of that T29. It's got really nice gun handling. I like that about it. Like I said, this tank has a gun to watch out for. Throw a little HE into the butt of the T20. Good addition to Blitz. I like this one at Tier 7. Doesn't have crazy huge DPM or anything. It's not going to be, some OP tank that's going to be introduced to Tier 7, but it's definitely going to be an interesting tank introduced to Tier 7 that's going to make certain types of gameplay really enjoyable for players if you like hull down Americans and such, that sort of thing. Your T-34s, your T-32s, your M103s, E5s, all that kind of stuff. You're going to really like this tank. Good addition, Wargaming. I like it. It's going to be fun. Thanks for watching, guys. See you on the battlefield, and stay classy.